A News Channel 11 investigation found that a Washington, D.C. based legal organization is now getting involved in a lawsuit filed by a former federal attorney against the city of Johnson City and its police department. Allegations JCPD mishandled cases of rape at the center of the lawsuit, which have sparked community protests calling for more transparency. Ashley Sharp joins us tonight with an update. Ashley?
Josh, we've been covering this federal lawsuit for weeks now since we first broke the story about it being filed by an attorney who worked for the Johnson City Police Department. Now, not only did she file a lawsuit, but she took complaints to the Department of Justice saying she was wrongfully fired and that the department needs to be investigated for its handling of rape cases. Now, this piqued the interest of a group that seeks to help whistleblowers act legally in their effort to expose wrongdoing. A prominent organization representing high-profile whistleblowers, including the famous Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen, is taking on its first case so closely tied to local law enforcement. That being 2 U.S. Department of Justice complaints filed by Johnson City Police whistleblower, a former federal attorney hired by the department, Kat Dahl. Dahl's complaints to the DOJ ask for investigations into the Johnson City Police Department and the circumstances of her termination.
We help people like Kat and others who have seen something wrong to find a safe way to come forward and report that. And that's what we're seeing in Johnson City.
Attorney John Tye founded the nonprofit called Whistleblower Aid, based out of D.C. When they learned of Kat Dahl's case, they took it on, representing her in her whistleblower disclosures to the Department of Justice.
We obviously investigate these things before we commit. And with Kat, what she was alleging was shocking. But the more we looked into it, it was a strong case.
Dahl also sued Johnson City and its police chief, Carl Turner, alleging she was fired from her role helping JCPD prosecute federal cases. This, she says, in retaliation for pushing JCPD for months to investigate a suspect believed to be tied to a string of serial rapes in downtown Johnson City, a suspect named only at this time by the pseudonym Robert Voe. The lawsuit alleges Chief Turner intentionally or recklessly failed to investigate Voe despite Dahl's repeated urging. Tye says formal whistleblower complaints are an important way to hold public agencies accountable.
The Department of Justice has jurisdiction to investigate the allegations here, and depending on the evidence that emerges, may have sufficient facts and evidence to bring prosecutions. We're certainly calling on the Department of Justice to open investigations.
After getting Dahl's side of the story, Whistleblower Aid solicited additional information through a round of targeted ads on social media, asking people to contact them. A strategy Tye says produced valuable additional accounts regarding JCPD and its handling of rape cases.
We've had all these inquiries come in. Not a single allegation in the complaint has been called into question, and just the opposite. We've had all kinds of people and new evidence come in, confirming everything, and in fact, providing a lot more details and context.
Whistleblower Aid continues to encourage anyone who may have credible information about concerns within JCPD to contact them.
We now have a lot of independent data points, people who didn't even know each other's names, people who didn't know that there were other things going on, all coming with very similar stories.
The so-called Robert Voe remains a fugitive tonight. Johnson City Police and U.S. Marshals continue their search for him. We also learned tonight that the city of Johnson City is still seeking out a third-party group to come in and investigate these allegations made against JCPD and its police chief. All of our extensive reporting on this case, including stories you'll only find on News Channel 11, can be found on the WJHL.com website under the Investigations tab.